welcome, especially our in-person guests as well as the online community. Today, this meeting is now called to order. The time is 6:05 and the date is Tuesday, August the 25th, 2026. This meeting is now called to order. This time, let us all stand for the pledge. Pause for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for the approval of tonight's agenda?
I move to approve the agenda of August the 25th, 2026.
Okay, the motion has been properly made by Ms. King and second by Mr. Butler. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Ms. Blackshear, the ethics statement?
In accordance with regulations set forth by the Georgia Ethics Commission, it is the duty of every board member to avoid both conflicts of interest or interests of such conflict. Does any board member have any known conflict of interest? Seeing none, Mr. Chair, we will proceed with our agenda.
All right, thank you, Ms. Blackshear. Do any of the board members have any comments or remarks at this time?
I have one.
Go ahead.
I want to say to everybody, we came out the open house. It was really good. I appreciate all the teachers and everybody that participated. This is our first meeting of the school year. Also, I want to say that this is Mr. Rouse and Mr. Karstoffen. Last part of this year, I want to say I've had an opportunity to serve with Mr. Rouse over the last year and a half, and it's a lot of work that goes into this. To Mr. Karstoffen, who was my math teacher, who taught me A squared plus B squared. But what I remember most, he had a little thing in the classroom. It said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I want to say to our community, when y'all see them around, it's a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice, and this is their last term, so I want to make sure that we celebrate them all throughout this year. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Butler. And by the way, that's
Thank
A
you, sir.
squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yes, sir. I was moving kind of fast. Yes, sir. Pythagorean theory. Yes, sir.
Mr. Bacon?
I'd like to welcome everybody to our first board meeting for the school year. But first of all, I want to thank every one of our stakeholders, board members. It's been an excellent, and I'm not saying that lightly because I'm the interim superintendent or I have to. It's been an excellent start of the school year. I want to commend the administration, the teachers, the students, the parents. It was a little rocky starting out, Mr. Ingram, but it's smoothing out. They had a great pep rally. Things look good. Things feel good. And I want to definitely say we were day one ready. So I want to say thank you to the parents and thank you to everybody that participated in making this a successful opening. And we're going to be year-long strong and have a successful school year throughout. So once again, I want to thank the board members as well as the community and the school community for an excellent job of opening the school this year. Mr. Chair.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Bacon. Our consent agenda is the minutes from July 21st, 2026. Are there any corrections? If not, the minutes stand approved as is. Okay, so at this time we're going to move into the business agenda, and Ms. Denson?
Good evening. Good evening, Board Chair Karstoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, Interim Superintendent Bacon. This year, we are implementing a district-wide master calendar as a shared operational tool. But this is about more than knowing what is happening and when. It's about recognizing that what happens in one department or school impacts the work of others. Our goal is to move away from working in silos and to become more intentional about planning, communicating, and coordinating our work as one district. That is the purpose behind one district, one view, one shared direction. Before we talk about the calendar itself, I want to connect this work to our vision and mission. If we are going to generate excellence for every student, our internal systems have to support that work. The master calendar is one tool that helps us put our vision and mission into action. One team, one goal. This work also directly supports all 5 of our district strategic goals: learning and wellness for all, excellence ahead, doing things the Twiggs way, growing and sustaining our village, and becoming a premier people-first organization. Why a district master calendar? In a district our size, our people, time, facilities, technology, and financial resources often overlap. While we can plan independently, when we plan independently, we unintentionally create conflicts, we duplicate efforts, and we place additional demands on the same people and resources. The master calendar gives us a greater vision before decisions are finalized, and that visibility leads to better coordination, better decisions, and ultimately allows us to be proactive instead of reactive. The goal is to not put more events on the calendar, but is to make better decisions because we can see the entire organization. So what will the master calendar actually do for us? It gives us one shared view of the district's work, our important dates, deadlines, events, assessments, professional learning opportunities, programs, and operational activities. That shared view helps us to identify conflicts earlier, coordinate across schools and departments, and make better decisions about our resources. Most importantly, it gives everyone an opportunity to see what's ahead and to plan accordingly. That's the goal: one district, one view with shared responsibility. I also want to emphasize that this is not just a calendar, it's a workflow. Like in our meeting tonight, every meeting starts with the calendar. This is going to be a living, breathing document, so if you ever print it, what I will also want everyone to do is to check your email because it runs live. So there's a link that's being shared, and we're also going to share with parents. We have a parent version of this calendar, a staff version, and a district version of the calendar. So you will see those pieces rolling out. So if anything ever changes, we update in live time so you're able to see a realistic picture of what's happening. That's going to be a shared responsibility, and it creates transparency and accountability. Over time, what the calendar will allow us to do is to kind of recognize some patterns, anticipate when we're going to have our busiest periods, and be most thoughtful about when and how we schedule the work of the district. The goal is to help us work smarter together. And also, the most important part of this is creating a better experience for our students and for families. When we coordinate internally, we can avoid competing events, we reduce duplication, and we're more respectful of our families' time. Our families should expect and experience clear communication and an organized school system, not the challenges that come from departments working independently. At the end of the day, coordination is a form of customer service, and our internal systems should make it easier, not harder, for families to engage with our schools. So, in closing, when we say day one ready, year long strong, readiness can not only describe how we started the school year, it has to describe how we operate all year long. This master calendar supports 5 outcomes: transparency, collaboration, efficiency, service, and readiness. It gives us a structure to communicate, coordinate, and anticipate needs rather than constantly reacting to them. That's how we move from simply being day one ready to truly being year-long strong. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Basley. Let's see. Yeah, first with the school. All right.
Good evening, Board Chair Karstoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, Interim Superintendent Bacon, and constituents. Today we'll highlight the beginning of our school year, being day one ready, year-long strong. But before we do that, we are a district with a vision, generating excellence, one team, one goal, and with a mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. At the beginning of the year, we made a commitment to day one ready, year-long strong. For us, readiness was not about being prepared for the first day. It was about being intentional in how we prepare our people, welcome our families, and created conditions for a strong start. The journey began with new hire training and continued through opening convocation, pre-planning, and open house. Each moment gave us an opportunity to build our team, strengthen our systems, and prepare to serve our students well. Then came the first day of school, the day all of the preparation became purpose and action. But Day One Ready was never meant to describe just one day. It established the standard for how we want to operate all year, prepared, connected, responsive, and committed to continuous improvement. As we look back at how this year began, we celebrate the people and the preparation that made Day One possible, and to recommit ourselves to being year-long strong. With this, we want to pay a special thanks to our community partners, and I'll name a few. These partners came to help us at Open House and made donations. Community Health Systems, the Department of Family and Children Services, the Macon Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the Program for Exceptional Children, the Twiggs County Family Connections, the Twiggs County Chamber of Commerce, the Twiggs County Library, the Twiggs County Probate Court, Cub Scouts, the Twiggs County members of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and Sigma Phi Beta Fraternity Incorporated, the Twiggs County Parent Teacher Organization, Mount Olive Baptist Church, and the Twiggs County High School class of 1977, I'm sorry. We want to say a special thank you to you guys because we could not make that happen without you, and we truly appreciate it. So with that, we'll have a brief video highlighting our first few weeks of school. In closing, we just want to thank all of our stakeholders again for allowing us to have a great opening of school. Are there any questions?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Who took all the pictures?
Most of them I did, but it was a group effort. One of the things that I did ask all of our cabinet members was to take pictures as they walked around, so it was a group effort on behalf of all of us.
Well, thank you. Mhm.
Good evening. Good evening, Board Chair Christoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, Ms. Blackshear, Ms. King, and Board Member Butler, and our audience here and at home. Tonight, what I'll present to you, one, we had a great opening of school. But Day One Ready, Year-Long Strong is not just the theme for convocation. It's not just the theme for open house. It's the way that we're going to build our systems over the next year to ensure that when we turn over the school system to new leadership, that we have those things in place, that they will be decade-long strong. So that's the goal, that what we're doing today won't be a race tomorrow. It'll be strong roots, new growth for this district. But before I start, I'd like everyone to remember that we are a district with a vision, generating excellence, one team, one goal, with the mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all of our students to compete globally. Okay. Tell me when to start. Okay. Our mission to create the systems that will drive our school district for the next 10 years are aligned to all 5 of our strategic goals, which are learning and wellness for all, excellence ahead, academics, facilities, and opportunity, doing things the Twiggs way, growing and sustaining our village, and becoming a premier people organization. From a theme to a way that we work, as you're seeing that our themes are about system and communications and information, providing timely data, logistics, and preparation. We're going to plan with intent, and what we also are doing is, I am not the key holder of information. Information is being given out to all of our stakeholders, all of our directors, everybody that works here. They're all learning. So we're collaborating across the departments, and we're communicating with transparency. We want everybody to know where we stand, how we stand, and where we are in this mission that we're on. We want to prepare before the need arises. We want to anticipate the needs of our community and our students, and we want to have those things in place before it's a need. We don't like emergencies. We like preparedness. We're always going to reflect and be prepared and continuously improve on our process. We understand while we had a great opening of school, it could have been better. The things that we missed, things that we didn't see, and that happens all over. But we want to be honest about those things and correct those things and be honest with everybody on how those things will move forward. Something that we have here that's new, I told the board when I took over on Christmas after the first board meeting that January, that what I wanted to leave was strong leadership. I wanted to leave deacons, people who understood the system, who knew where the keys were, who knew how to work the thermostat, and understood. So the Directors Collaborative is where all of our directors, and we have lots of them, they run small programs. Like we have a pre-K director, that's Mr. Wilcher. We have an athletic director. We have a transportation director. But we really never got them together to talk about problems and issues and solving them. I am not the lead problem solver. They are. So they meet they meet twice a month. They have an outline. And then anything that they can't solve gets escalated to myself. They coordinate the timelines, address potential barriers. They share the resources of the district and information. They clarify roles and responsibilities, and they prepare collectively for the opening of school. So that was the opening of school. Now preparing every other week for the running of school. What needs to happen? You may say, what's going on? Well, we're going to have an after-school program. Transportation needs to be informed. Well, our routes are a little longer. Well, that affects the time. The building needs to be clean. Mr. Washington's in there as well. Well, he has to look at his staff. All of these things need to be coordinated. It's not, in the past, we would just give somebody something and say, hey, after school starting next week, and everybody would scramble around. That means the parents would scramble around because we didn't give them due notice. That means the staff would have to scramble around, and eventually that would cost us money. And those are the things that we're doing to be day one ready every day. We want to put our best foot forward every day. We don't want to run around. We want to have the answers, and we want to be prepared. Okay. The next thing, as you heard, is the district handbook. So one of the things that we discovered as a team, as a governance team, is that when we came to deal with a problem, we couldn't really deal with that problem because we didn't have the procedures, the protocols, or the rules, or the regulations. So over the course of the summer, and I want to thank all of you, Ms. Williams especially, all of you who worked diligently over the summer. The board has at least 9 or 10 handbooks that we have created, from our school safety handbook rewrite to our bus driver handbook to our assessment, our federal programs guidance. You got all of these handbooks. So the first step was in creating them, making sure we had them. The second step, we're going through the peer review process, where each of the directors will be assigned a handbook and a rubric to go through them. So we'll go through those handbooks. We'll make sure that they've been peer reviewed and then updated, and then we will post those handbooks as our operating procedure. Some of these have come up in our meetings as a governance team, like the school accounting handbook, the cashless payment system that we're creating. All of those things. We just had a new social worker. So we have a social work handbook, a student services handbook. All of those things have been provided to you to read and definitely put your expertise in. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be implementing and putting all those out for our parents and all that. That makes us day one ready. We've had situations where, what do I do? Student situations, and the handbook was there, the procedures were there to follow, and everything could be checked off so we can be in compliance and we can be more of a service to our parents and students. As you just heard from Ms. Denson, the district master calendar is one thing that we will do as a system, is that in every meeting, across every meeting in this district, it will always start, the number one item, even in this meeting, will start with the calendar. It will start with what we have going, what's next, what do we expect, what do we need to do to plan. That will always start. So before we're always moving around, and then people didn't know, or they knew the last minute, or they wanted to attend but couldn't. So the district master calendar is there. It will be shared, it will be live time, updated if needed be. That's being day one ready. We want to thank all of the great people who are behind our new hire orientation. We hired probably the most teachers and that's, we're a small district, so I think we had 23, 24 teachers this year. That's a lot for us. That's a whole school system for us almost. We did a pretty good job of getting them in. We were lucky, most of them are certified. We don't have to do a whole bunch of CSTs and alternate waivers and things like that. That was a blessing. We gave them the expectations, and I think what I've seen in the first couple of weeks of school, we didn't do too bad. Not perfect, but not bad at all. I am very proud of what I've seen of the team and how they're laying out the instructional program. Pre-planning. Before the summer, I met with the JES leadership team, and they had a whole lot to say about pre-planning. And they weren't wrong. So we incorporated most of those ideas about how we timed, the amount of time that we gave teams and staff to prepare their classrooms before open house. We did it their way. I liked the results, and they felt the difference. And that is nothing like feeling good when you're coming to work, not stressed and not pressured. The students are coming, and that's enough pressure. So we felt really good about that. And we had all of the different people there to make sure that pre-planning and open house went as smoothly as possible. So to make sure that we were getting it right, we did real-time surveys to our team to make sure we feel better about it. So we asked, we listened, and we learned. So as you can see from the feedback was really fantastic. What we were really trying to figure out in all of our surveys, are you ready? Do you feel ready? Do you feel as though you have support to be ready? Is there anything that you're missing? And we feel by their responses, and we had an overwhelming response from most of our teachers, that they were in that condition. Yes, you can see that there were some instances because of the way the survey works, we clicked on those, we saw the issues, and we tried to handle those things real time for them. This is some of their actual communications back with us, some of their statements, and the communication among the veteran staff and admin with us newbies were great. They felt welcome. They're having a good time. The climate has changed 100%, and that's what we wanted. We wanted them to feel that it's going to be different because we're different. Our feedback from open house, I think we had a really successful open house, and while one of the things where we're planning, writing manuals, we did not really plan to have people and vendors. I think that was something that was my fault, but Ms. Bryan at the last minute, I'm gonna call a couple of days, she put together some folks, she called people, she got donations, and people were very giving at the last minute, and we got more than enough notebooks, papers, crayons, things that really cut down the cost of school supplies for our students. The schools bought book bags, so that wasn't an issue for parents, and they let those folks know. So the outpouring and outreach of the community at the last minute was fantastic, because we weren't necessarily planning for giveaways, but they came and gave anyway. So that was fantastic. And once again, great feedback from open house. They got to visit their teachers. Their teachers were prepared. The teachers had something to give the parents in their hand, and they felt like there was enough time. Once again, some of our biggest successes, teachers being and feeling fully prepared, and that's the key. We did not want to be stressed out. So many meetings that they were tired. One of the things that the staff wanted me to change was open house on Saturdays. And for me, as long as I'm going to be in Twiggs, that's a no-brainer. There will always be open house on Saturday. That's a non-negotiable. Why? Our parents, everybody that lives here works somewhere else. It's hard to get here in the middle of a work day to come and feel comfortable, and it's always work for us. But we can make the week around that Saturday feel better. And I think we did that for our teachers. We, even after the first 5 days of school, how are things going? So we took the feedback, and once again, we got a lot of positive feedback from our staff. We're going to do our parents, and we're going to do our students soon, because we want to see what they say. Yes, there's been a lot of changes. It's stricter. But I did an email this weekend to the staff at the high school, Mr. Ingram. I don't know if you got a chance to read it. Hope you did. I was very pleased with what I saw on Facebook. I saw kids getting their face painted. I saw kids enjoying the pep rally. And I believe this. I believe as adults, if you have structure and framework, children can be children. as I talked to some of them at the game, and they told me how much fun they had with the spirit stick or whatever they had going on. That's children being children. But when we as adults allow flexibility, we allow chaos to roam, then kids can't be kids. Kids can't be in the natural order of things. I think they can have a wonderful year. And after a couple more days, it'll be 21 days, and this will be a habit. Hey, this one we understand. And unfortunately, I don't want to mention this. Some say that some of our security stuff has been overboard or over the top, but we see what happens when you don't have that in place. Because we did about 10 years ago. It was an incident that we understood that security and doing that. Is it perfect? No. Well, can something happen? Yes. But it's not going to be because we're not putting out our best foot forward every day to make sure that our students are safe. So we got a lot of really positive feedback, board, and this is all of us working together. You allowing me the latitude to do my job, me trusting in them to do theirs, and the teachers and the staff. I really want to say they did a really good job, and it feels that way so far. Okay. Success is based on being prepared, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to be prepared. We're going to have a clear plan, a clear path, and we're going to be consistent, not up and down. We're going to be consistent. We're not changing a whole lot. That's why we have a calendar. That's why we're making plans. That's why we have procedures. Follow the procedures, and we all be in a good place. Day One Ready creates greater transparency, collaboration, efficiency, and service, and that's what we want. I think one day, Mr. Rouse, you called me, you said, I hadn't heard from you. And I was like, oh, because, you know, when you guys call me, I get nervous. I get a little nervous. What's going on? And he said, man, how you doing, Mr. Bacon? I just hadn't heard from you. I like Mr. Christopher doesn't care. He loves not hearing from me. That's a good thing, because school should be boring. It shouldn't be a whole bunch of because we don't want that. We want to understand that school starts, classes are learning's going on in classes, football games on Friday, you know, middle school games or on Wednesdays, softball's going on. We want to know, and we want to have a good time. It shouldn't be that excitement that gets all our hearts pumping, except for 7 wins that I've been promised this year on the football team, Coach Harden. So I do want to say that thus far, I want to really appreciate everyone thus far, and that's where we're going. So day one was the start, but we're going to plan, we're going to implement, we're going to listen, we're going to adjust, and we're going to improve. That's what they can expect from us this year. Are there any questions?
Any questions? Well, thank you, Mr. Bacon. Let's see here. That's it. Well, that concludes our business agenda, and at this time, can I get a motion to move into executive session?
So move.
Okay, a motion been properly made by Mr. Butler and second by Mr. Rouse. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor to move to executive session, raise your hand. Okay, a motion passes unanimously. Again, thank each one of you for being here. I know it's been a long day. Can I get a motion to return from executive session?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, raise your hand. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Okay, can I get a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendation for new hire EID 3364? Okay, the motion been properly made by Mr. Butler and second by Mr. Rouse. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor of the superintendent's recommendation, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Can I get a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendation for resignation EID 3532?
So moved. Second.
Okay, the motion been properly made by Ms. King and second by Ms. Blackshear to accept the superintendent's recommendation for resignation 3532. Is there any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. And finally, can I get a motion to accept the superintendent's recommendation for transfer of 3525?
So moved.
Okay, the motion been properly made by Ms. King, second by Mr. Butler. Is there any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes unanimously. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Okay, motion been properly made by Ms. Blackshear, second by Mr. Butler. All in favor, raise your hand. This meeting is now adjourned.